And we start with sharing the screen, and then we go to this slide and so as you see, we have finished the 5th unit, and now we are starting the new, which is called lifestyle, and today we'll speak about lifestyle. And so first I would like to look at some of the questions which you've done in the midterm 2 test. So, and because there were some typical questions and some typical mistakes in some typical questions. So one of them is this one, where the task was to put the instructions in chronological order. And you see that so the mistakes were in the order of the actions and the succession of actions, which some students considered like first you need to gather all needed supplies, and then you need to wash your hands. So first, of course, you need to wash your hands, and then you can touch all the supplies that are needed to make the injection. So that is why wash your hands should be number 1, and then gather all needed supplies number 2. So
excuse me, ma'am, the slide is not changing, ma'am.
What is the slide is not changing? Who is speaking?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Nishad. Ma'am, you are on the first slide, please.
Ramisha?
Yes, ma'am. Nishad.
Nishat? Okay, so what about the other students? Do you see the slide?
No, ma'am, not the next one. Only
Unit 6
Only the
lifestyle.
first one.
First slide only.
We can see Unit 6 lifestyle only.
See, okay. Let us try to do it one more time. So,
Yes, ma'am.
And if we so start first slide. So what do you see on the screen?
ma'am, it's the
Unit
same.
6 lifestyle.
Unit 6 lifestyle.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. It is still the same one.
Yes, ma'am.
So what should we do? So
You click on the second slide, ma'am, on the left side.
So I've clicked. So on my screen, I see the second slide. What about you?
No, ma'am.
No,
Can you
ma'am,
double
it's
click?
still the same.
Nothing changes,
No, ma'am, nothing.
right?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What can we do in this situation? So let us try to do it one more time. So we stop sharing. Then I go to sharing the screen one more time. And so if like this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now we
Now
can
we
see.
can see.
Now we can
Now, can you see
Yeah, now we can see, ma'am.
Yes,
the
ma'am.
first slide, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes,
now test
Second
analysis.
one.
Yes, ma'am. Second.
Okay, great. So if you see, you can understand what I'm speaking about. I mean that putting the stages of procedure into correct chronological order. The first should be wash your hands, and then the second, gather all needed supplies. Do you see?
Yes, ma'am.
That
Yes,
is why your answer is partially correct, because maximum score for this task was 4 points, not 1 of 1. There should be 4 points, yes. I don't remember actually. Well, and so you were given your just point, your score, because most of the answers are correct. So if we move to the next slide, we can see one of the questions. Simvastatin affect the liver, but not happen in your case. So if we speak about possibility and we compare two modal verbs can and may, we say that may as expresses stronger possibility. So that is why it's better to use the combination of modal verbs like can in the first case and may in the second. So simvastatin can affect the liver, but it is not necessarily, and then it may not happen in your case. The doctor expresses so they hope that it will not happen. So that is why A is better to use in this sentence. So then in the next question, so there is a definition of process. It is a process, yes, whereby the doctor and the patient cooperate in the prescribing process to maximize the taking of medication. Of course, it is concordance. We were speaking a lot about this during our classes.
Yes, ma'am.
So because consent is not about prescribing medications. This is about so agreement of a patient before some serious procedure in a hospital, for example. Okay, so the next one. So this is about some manipulations that the doctor do during the examination of a patient. And we also spoke about this. And there was a phrase, exact phrase taken from our conversation. And it sounds like, I'd like you to, for me, if you can. Of course, you can use cough and turn for me, but there is still here. And in this case, we need to think of a phrase which collocates with still. To keep, yes.
To keep still.
I'd like you to keep still for me. So, and on the next slide. So there is also about the use of may and can. In some people, the tablets make them feel drowsy, so be careful. So if the doctor says, so be careful, it means it will cause this side effect. The possibility is strong, that is why it's better to use may. The tablets may take them feel drowsy. So then the timing, the procedure, and the observer are chosen solely by the trainee during DOPS. So we've read the article about DOPS. So this is in Russian, but you remember that the task was to choose true or false.
Right and wrong, yes.
So this is, it should be true, as you see,
Yes,
because this
the
sentence
statement
is
is correct.
correct, incorrect. I see. Okay. I mean, this sentence is taken from the article which we were reading, and we just focused on all the details. So you should remember this. Okay. Well, the next is overweight due to poor eating. Of course, when we habits, of course. When we see the sentence about overweighting, So so the association is obesity, but we should look at the structure of the sentence. And so this is about the cause and effect. And so the cause of overweighting here is eating habits, poor eating habits. So, and yes, this sentence is about the use of phrasal verbs and about separable, inseparable phrasal verbs. And you remember that when we were speaking about phrasal, separable phrasal verbs, we said that if we use a pronoun instead of a noun, we need to separate the phrasal verb. So the phrasal verb here is pick up, yes. So, and the task here is to find the wrong sentence. As for the first one, they'll pick John up from the airport. It's okay. We can, as far as this is separable, we can use John between pick and up. Then they'll pick up John from the airport. So we use pick up together, and then we use John. It's also okay. Then they'll pick up him. Instead of John, we use him. In this case, we need to use him between the verb and the particle, like in D sentence. They'll pick him up from the airport. That is why sentence C is incorrect. So you should have marked C here. Well, so the next one, also about phrasal verbs here. The immune system enables the body to
Fight.
fight off illness.
Fight of illness.
Yes, this is the best phrasal verb to use in this sentence. Then to get an illness from someone is to get an illness from someone. What is it? To pick it up. Yes. So we also made such a sentence at one of our classes. Then, yes, this is about the use of active and passive voice and the form of the passive voice. So she, Schwab, to clean the wound and
Used.
yes, she used it's herself. That is why we need to use the active voice and used. C option is correct. As for option use, for example, if she does it every day, if we use she, this is the third person singular. That is why in the present simple tense we need to add s, uses. She uses a Schwab. So we don't have s here. That is why. So we choose used option. Well, also the the active passive voice. Normally patients a leaflet about the procedure. So here patients do not give a leaflet themselves to somebody. Doctors give them a leaflet about the procedure. Yes, that is why A is correct here. Patients are given a leaflet. So passive voice should be used here. Also phrasal verb, if you continue the treatment, your rash should what? Which
Clear.
Clear up, yes. There was just such a sentence, similar sentence. Okay. And I was surprised that some of the students do not remember the meaning of these abbreviations. So as here, You write about 2 tablets and PRN when required. As for
Immediately. Start.
yes, statis, this is immediately, and OM. What does it mean?
By mouth.
In the
Every
OM
morning.
is in morning, ma'am. In morning.
Sorry.
morning,
in,
yes.
in morning.
Omni mane, in Latin, this is in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and you remember that if you click all the 4 options were available, you could see them and choose them.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, you can't choose it when required twice. Yes, like here. So you should have chosen something different. Well, so I think, yes, that is all about test. So do you have any more questions about test questions? Which you remember? No. Well, and you were also given the task to deal with some phrasal verbs. No, some modal verbs. So there were multiple choice tasks, sentences with multiple choice, like sentence 3 in the homework. Where is Anna? I don't know. She be at the swimming pool or in the park. Some of the students chose should. She should be at the swimming pool or in the park. So this is the speaker expresses the possibility. It's possible that she is at the swimming pool, or it's possible that she is in the park. The speaker doesn't know. If we speak about the use of should is used for future possibility. Here we are speaking about the current situation, present situation. As for should for future possibility, there is an example. Asna should be here before 7:30. She left the office at 6 o'clock. So she will come. This is in the future. So should is also used to talk about past events that did not happen. Like we add, and in this case, we should add have plus past participle. This is the perfect infinitive, like in the example. You should have asked my permission before using my computer. This is about the past situation. It was necessary for you to ask my permission, but you didn't do that. So should is used for future or for past events if we speak about possibility. But here we have the present event. That is why, what should we use here in this sentence?
She can be.
She can be at the swimming pool or in the park. Okay. So we don't use may because so we show that we are not sure about the situation. So the possibility is not so strong to use may. Well, and so the 4th sentence was, I wonder who wrote that letter. And so it was, some of the students used could Jim have written it? Just a possibility. Or is it possible that Jim? So if we use the phrase, is it possible? It should be like this. I wonder who wrote that letter. Is it possible that Jim has written it? It means that in that clause, we use the present perfect tense. Jim has written. So we don't have has, we have written. So that is why it is incorrect. We can't use it is possible here. So it's incorrect. That is why we choose only one option. Could Jim have written it? So the next one is sentence number 6 in the task. So some of the students have chosen possibly. He possibly be at school or at home. So this is like if we use possibly, it should be, the be should be not in the form of the infinitive, it should be is. He is possibly at school or at home, and that is why we need to choose can. He can be at school or at home. Yes, and number 7, this work be done tomorrow. So may be done tomorrow or has to be done tomorrow. We don't have has, so that is why we choose may. This work may be done tomorrow. We only have to, because this work is it, third person singular. Well, that is all about the homework and the test. And does everyone know your final score for midterm 2? Do you know
Yes.
it? So are you happy with it? So
Yes, ma'am.
most of the students got just 5 or excellent, more than 90%. Yes. Okay. Well, and so we are going to speak about lifestyle. And now there is a slide with some pictures illustrating the lifestyle of people. What can you see in the A picture? What is the woman doing?
She's eating healthy
Is
food.
having some snacks, ma'am.
Snack,
Yes.
yes.
I wish I could stop snacking.
Yes, yes. This is the phrase that she uses in this situation. Why do you think she wants to stop snacking?
Because when working, she
Unhealthy
eats a
food.
lot of snack, unhealthy.
And
Ma'am,
do-
and junk food can be bad for health.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, okay. It's unhealthy. Well, in B picture, what is the in picture B?
I
They
feel
are
eating healthy food will
vegetable.
help me fight off
I feel
infection.
eating healthy food which helps me fight off the infection.
Okay, and so you can see the basket full of healthy food. So fruit and vegetables.
Vegetables, yes.
Yes.
Vegetable.
Okay. And so and in picture C, so the corresponding phrase here, what is it?
I
I
can't
cannot live without my
buy
cigarette
cigarettes
and
and drink.
drink.
Do you think this person has any health problems?
Yes.
Might have.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Mm,
May have. He or
yes,
she may have.
because it's unhealthy and
Yes.
harmful for health.
He
Yes,
says he can't live without, so it can be like addiction or
Yes, addiction.
exactly. Okay.
He is addicted to that.
I see. Okay. And there is a set of one more set of pictures here. In picture D, what are the people doing?
In D picture, person they are eating unhealthy
I
food.
can't see anything wrong with eating fatty food. I've never been sick in my life.
So this is they are eating some fatty food, and they think it's okay because the person says, "I've never been sick in my life." Okay, and then picture E, which phrase should we use?
I am worn out and it's making me ill.
Yes.
And this is making me ill.
Yes. Why do you think the person is worn out?
Because he looks exhausted and
What has he been doing?
He is in swimming pool.
No, I mean
No.
picture E.
No, it's
Picture E.
no, it's second. E.
Okay.
What is he holding in his hand?
He has been working
Has
a
been
lot.
File
working
like
a lot.
long
Laptop
Yeah.
time.
Like,
It's a big
it
bag.
has been affected to his health.
Bad.
Yes, and he feels stressed. Yes, in this picture. Okay, and in picture F, what does the person say?
When I exercise regularly, I feel healthy.
I feel healthy.
So this is
Yes.
about reducing just stress, doing some physical exercise, swimming in a pool, and so on. And the question: are the attitudes of the people in the statements positive or negative?
Positive.
In F, it is positive,
Yes, ma'am.
and
In E,
it is negative.
E and D, it
Yes.
is negative.
D is a negative.
E is negative. What about D?
D
Please
is also
focus.
negative.
Negative,
D
ma'am.
is negative, ma'am.
I mean,
Negative. Because
our attitude is negative. Yes. Or
Yes, ma'am.
he says, or she, I can't see anything wrong, so it's rather positive, right? So
in their
the
expect.
in D
Yes.
picture, yes, in picture D, yeah. So, well, this is about the patients, whether they do understand that they are doing something wrong or they don't understand, and this is the doctor's task to just to explain them what their lifestyle leads to. And so there are some questions here. What are the illnesses the people in pictures might be predisposed to? Is it easy?
picture.
What? Yes, picture A. Mhm.
Have obesity due to eating
Ma'am, junk food
Okay.
may cause obesity, ma'am. Then
Yes,
it may
ma'am.
cause loss of appetite and it may disturb the digestion, ma'am. And it may have mental impact and also affects the body growth, ma'am, even the development.
Mhm.
Also, when we
Because
are focusing
excessive
in
growth
the
of
work,
fat in our body.
Yes.
a
also
lot
when
of
we are
fat
focusing in a particular work and we are eating,
will make them lethal in short.
Mhm. I see.
we'll have some long-term risks, ma'am, due to not fully focusing on what we are doing, ma'am. Simply we are eating to fill our stomach.
Yes, some problems with the stomach. Mhm. Okay. Well, and what about smoking?
Ma'am, it may cause cancer, ma'am. Then different breathing problem, different respiratory conditions.
Respiratory
Because they
May
Problems.
even cause heart attacks, ma'am, or
Mhm.
stroke or different problems with the
It
blood
may
supply.
also affect the other organs,
Eventually
Also,
kills
ma'am,
us.
vital
drink
organs.
can affect the liver.
Liver
Mm.
drinking affects the liver, of
Yes.
course.
Not only that, ma'am, the carcinogens may carry out to their children, ma'am. Even their children may.
Mm.
I see. Okay,
Eventually kills
Samhita.
us, ma'am.
The best way is to like
Yes,
to
Samhita.
go to the rehabilitation.
ma'am, this alcohol, this especially smoking, can cause irritation to other people also in the home.
Exactly. Yes, this is very important. Yeah.
And ma'am, alcohol can cause some hindrance in the mental harmony of the home.
Mhm, mhm. I see. And so the question, so we see that this is unhealthy, and is it easy to change people's lifestyle habits? Is
Quite
it easy?
difficult because bad habits take time. But if they are
It's not
willing to
easy, ma'am,
change
but
their
it's possible.
lifestyle, then if they are willing to change their lifestyle, then they can possibly change.
It just needs strong determination.
And willpower.
The
Mm.
people around them should support them, should encourage them, and should do some best thoughts and
Support in which way do you
the
mean?
best reasons.
Even
In
there are
a
addiction centers,
positive
ma'am,
way,
They should
which
explain
so
can help
that they
people.
can.
Rehabilitation, yes.
why they should do and they can change their daily lifestyle and habits in order to change such kind of routines.
Of course. Okay. So, is it enough just to say you should change your lifestyle and the person will follow your advice? Is it enough?
It's
No,
not
Like if the
enough.
person is
Words
like
are always not
addicted,
enough.
like exercise and eating habits alone will not be able to change. Like
Mhm.
so,
Yes,
so
Samhita.
they also have to take medications.
Samhita, please.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, when we say to someone that you need to change your lifestyle, sometimes it can be discouraging as well because they think that their entire lifestyle has to be changed. Instead, there's only a part of it that has to be focused on changing.
Mhm.
Maybe it can be include exercise, stop junk food, drink more water.
Mhm.
So there's only a part of it that has to be changed.
Okay, this is the role of doctor to explain the just
Yes.
what will happen if the person continues leading this lifestyle. Mhm. Okay, and so if we move, can we move to the next slide? Yes.
Unit 6.
So just a minute. Yes. So to help patients change their lifestyle, it is very important to know something about their family and social history. So otherwise, any encouragement to change may not fit in with the patient's lifestyle. That is why we are going to listen to some just extracts from the conversation. And the task here is decide whether the doctor is asking about the family history or social history. So you should just mark F, it is about family history, and S, if it is about social history. Now I'm going to switch the recording on and you'll tell me if you're here or not.
Unit 6. Listening 1. Unit 6.
Do you see?
Listening 1.
Can you hear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
audible.
Yes, ma'am.
What about work? Do you have any problems there?
At the moment, yes. It's a bit stressful.
And can you tell me a bit more about this?
Well, I'd say it started about 2 months back. A colleague resigned and he wasn't replaced. So I'm kind of doing 2 jobs at the moment.
2.
Are your parents still alive and well?
My mother is, but my father died 3 years ago.
Do you know what the cause of death was?
It was lung cancer.
3.
Do you smoke at all?
Yes.
How many do you smoke normally?
I'd say about 20.
When did you start smoking?
I had my first cigarette when I was 15.
15. OK. And have you ever stopped?
Yes, many times.
When was the last time?
I quit last year, but it only lasted a month.
Well, so the first conversation, what kind of history was the doctor investigating? Was it about
Social history.
Social history.
social history? Exactly, yes. He was speaking about his work. And
Colleague.
yes, the second number 2, what was about? What was
About family.
Family history.
Family history.
Yes,
Family
the patient's parents, and the cause of
He
the
had
death.
lung cancer.
Lung
Yes.
cancer.
Mhm. And conversation 3,
About personal history.
personal.
Yes, ma'am.
which
It was like
history
neither
you-
family or social, ma'am.
It was personal history, ma'am.
social
It
history.
can be
of
social
social.
history.
Okay,
It may be social.
social behavior of the person, yes,
Yes.
smoking. Mhm. Okay, good. So it looks like, yes, there is about 1 minute left. So that is why we can stop now. And we'll see